Some news just coming in has got to do with the controversy over SIR, the Special Intense Revision Drive. This is Mamata Banerjee versus the Election Commission. What we are picking from our sources is that the West Bengal Chief Minister would be appearing before the Supreme Court tomorrow if a matter gets listed. Banerjee to come to Supreme Court for a hearing in her plea against SIR, which is going to be listed tomorrow. Our sources have said that they have received security clearance from the Supreme Court. Security, enough indications, Shrishti, that Banerjee would be there in person. Because she is a Z plus protectee, the security would have been tightened up. That's what you're learning from your sources. Tell us more.
Well, yes, Neha, this is a big India Today exclusive. We have learned from our sources that West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is all set to appear physically before the Supreme Court during the hearing of her petition that she had filed as a petitioner challenging the SIR process in the state of West Bengal. The matter is likely to be listed tomorrow as per the case details and also as per our sources here at Supreme Court. Now, an important update that we also have is that as per our sources, Mamata Banerjee has already received, her legal team has already received the clearance, the security clearance that is required for her to before she would in her case hearing.
We'll just in fact rectify the line with Shrishti Ojha, but this is a mega India Today exclusive news break that Shrishti is getting for us. Mamata Banerjee, in all likelihood, if the matter gets listed tomorrow on SIR, would be appearing before the apex court, and there have been clearances that have happened at the apex court because she is a Z plus protectee. That is something that was mandatory. This is what Shrishti was telling us. She is back with us now. Shrishti, you were telling us about the fact that there is enough indication that Mamata Banerjee would be in Supreme Court tomorrow. Of course, apart from the legal battle that this is really, this certainly has been a big political challenge, a big political battle, isn't it, up in the run-up to the upcoming elections in the state of Bengal?
Well, yes, Neha, definitely the fact that her legal team had even sought for a security clearance for her to appear before the Supreme Court is an indication enough that she's likely to appear physically during the hearing of her case challenging the West Bengal SIR. As per our sources, she has received the security clearance from the Supreme Court security for her physical appearance before the Supreme Court. So in all likelihood, if the matter is listed tomorrow, we will see Mamata Banerjee appear physically before the top court. What will be crucial, however, Sneha, would be to see, considering Mamata Banerjee is the petitioner in person in this case, it would be important to see whether or not she decides to argue her case, argue directly before the Supreme Court, because that will be an important development. A sitting chief minister arguing her own case before the Supreme Court, that is something that we'll have to wait and watch. We'll have to see when the case gets listed. But yes, in all likelihood, Mamata Banerjee wants to come physically before the Supreme Court for the hearing of her petition against the Election Commission of India, against the SIR process in West Bengal, which in all likelihood is to be listed tomorrow. Back to you.
Oh, Shrishti, the fact is that Mamata Banerjee and the TMC are doing what they can to raise this issue. We've seen how she got those people in the national capital. On our screens are visuals, actually, viewers, of those people who've been aggrieved by this entire exercise. It's not just the manner in which Mamata Banerjee is making this a legal battle, but also extremely important in a state like Bengal where the drive is getting carried out. It's poll bound, something that TMC, Shrishti, have been opposing tooth and nail, isn't it? In the last few weeks or so, we've seen.
Definitely, Sneha, as far as the SIR process is concerned, we have seen multiple pleas challenging the validity of the process in different states being filed before the top court. But yes, not only Mamata Banerjee herself, but other TMC MPs have also filed petitions before the Supreme Court questioning the validity of the process itself. Now, Mamata Banerjee in her petition has described this entire process as arbitrary and a flawed revision of electoral rolls in the state of West Bengal, pointing out the fact that assembly elections are expected in the state somewhere around April-May. Not just that, she's criticized the ECI, she has warned that its present form could be extremely harmful and would totally be against the constitutional principles and could also lead to mass disenfranchisement and undermine the foundations of democracy and also the constitutional principles that that our entire democracy is based on. So the criticisms from the TMC, from the chief minister itself, have been very strong. Till now, it will be important to see what are the submissions that they make before the top court directly, and also what the Supreme Court has to say in this regard, considering that it's hearing.
Right, I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Shrishti Ojha getting in those details. Mamata Banerjee, in all likelihood, viewers would be appearing in person before the Supreme Court tomorrow. The matter on SIR is listed, is what Shrishti Ojha is telling us. And staying with this, there is no end to the Election Commission versus Didi war over SIR. After filing an anti-SIR plea in the Supreme Court against the Election Commission, Mamata Banerjee and a team met with the Chief Election Commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar, in the national capital wearing all black. Post-meeting, she lashed out at the Chief Election Commissioner, calling him arrogant and a liar, accused the poll body of acting as a BJP agent. She also took a jibe at Gyanesh Kumar, saying his fate would be like that of former VP Jagdeep Dhankar. The West Bengal Chief Minister also claimed that she walked out of the meeting as she felt humiliated by the Chief Election Commissioner. However, she was countered by the poll body instantly. Election Commission sources have told India Today that Mamata Banerjee thumped the table during the meeting and left abruptly. Also, sources say that no arguments or heated exchanges took place and that the TMC is threatening poll officials. BJP, meanwhile, has called TMC Supremo a liar, asserted it will ensure that the SIR exercise is conducted in the state of Bengal. The party has also written a letter to the West Bengal Governor, Anand Bose, over this. What we're seeing at this point in time is drama play out at different levels. One, when the Election Commissioner met Mamata Banerjee yesterday, she in fact had gone along with the other people who claim to be the aggrieved party as far as the SIR drive is concerned. And Mamata Banerjee claims that the Election Commissioner at that point in time when the meeting took place came across as arrogant. She's called him a liar, and the BJP has said, in fact, said that Mamata Banerjee, in fact, herself is lying. Election sources, in fact, also Election Commission sources, in fact, also indicating that Mamata Banerjee was the one who misbehaved in a sense. Let's tell you about the allegations that have been made by the West Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Supremo. She says we were humiliated by the CAC. She also says we were misbehaved with. We were told a pack of lies, that's what she's claimed. We were denied justice. That's what Mamata Banerjee has claimed. She, remembers, stormed out of the meeting of the Election Commissioner. When she came out, she also spoke with the press, talking about how upset she was. She banged her hand on the table and left abruptly. No arguments or heated exchanges in the meeting is what we are learning. TMC is threatening poll officials. This through our sources within the Election Commission of India.